What's up, everybody? I'm Tony. I'm here with My Chemical Romance, and we're on the Big Day Out tour. These guys are one of the headliners. They actually usually play right before we skate. Our side is skate-centric, so I always get to ask anybody here skate.
You used to, right?
He's the only one.
I can't pull it off.
I broke both my ankles skating, and I suck then, I suck now. I try to. It's something that I've always loved to do, and it's you know how I met friends, I guess, in high school. But then I always played guitar, and I didn't mind my ankles getting broken as much as like my hands or my wrists.
I hate pigeonholing music, but what do you guys consider your style of music is?
Rock and roll, you know, it's cool. I mean, like, you know, I guess the emo thing was around for a while, and like that, we understood that, so we were only angry about it for like, it felt like a couple years, just because we were kind of waiting for it to go away, and it did. So now you look back on that stuff, and you're like, well, you know, like Pearl Jam didn't want to be called grunge, but they still mention it when they mention their name, so it's like, we're okay with it. We're even more okay with it that it's gone now, and we could just be a rock band like we always were.
We've been a band for 10 years. We started 10 years ago. And the reason we started was because in our practice studio, we would have two bands going. I was in another band, and there was two rooms. And one room would be the practice room, and one room would be the video game room. So when my band would stop practicing, then I would go in the other room and I'd get high and I'd play Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Yeah.
And then they would start practicing. And then something happened. Oh, my friend Hambone got poor, so he took my games and sold them at cash converters. And then I had to join the band.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater has a lot to do with My Chemical Romance existing.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad to be the catalyst for that.
Yeah.
So as payback, you guys did a song on Tony Hawk's American Wasteland.
Yes.
Where
Yeah.
new bands cover punk songs, and you guys chose Misfits.
Yeah,
Astro Zombies,
yeah. And it's funny because like that was always my favorite Misfit song. The older you get, you find cool things about other songs. Those kind of become your favorites, like Hybrid Moments or something like that. But I was like, well, we may never get a chance to do this again, so let's do Astro Zombies. And it was super fun. It was very stressful, actually.
It was stressful because you wanted to do it justice?
Yeah, it's really tough because like there's so many great things about those early Misfits recordings too. Like you hear stories about them recording it in haunted houses, or Glenn was always doing some crazy stuff in the studio to make it sound weird. You're never gonna get it even close to how great they had done it. But then what was cool is we got to, so the band kind of blew up then, and we got to play that song live, and a ton of kids had no idea what the song was or who the band was. So
Even kids wearing Misfit shirts.
yeah,
That's amazing.
Right.
We'd have these big video screens that would flash the Misfit skulls, and we would play that song. It was cool because they then started to figure out what it was, and they'd go check out the Misfits. So that was the whole experience of doing it was great.
Through that soundtrack, though, that was really cool because it really put a focus on the kids would get the album because you guys were on it,
Right.
Or because Alkaline Trio was on it, or
Right.
Thrice, and then they dig deep and like, oh, there's a TSOL song.
Right.
So, what about in terms of other band influences, past, present?
Yeah, we have like these shared ones, and then everybody in the band is so different. They'll bring kind of these outside, and especially nowadays with Frank's always finding some band like that. Only been together like 2 months or something that has 6 records out already, and they're awesome.
The best thing is that he ends up finding everybody who ends up getting huge.
He
like,
does.
4 or 5 years later.
He really
like
does.
I won't
He's got his
like
finger on the pulse,
when you
yeah.
like Black Keys is one of them.
Odd Future is a band that I think they just had cassettes out, and Frank's like, you have to check this band
He
out.
found Odd Future.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went and saw their show too. It was chaos.
Yeah.
Just chaos.
I like the mentality behind some of the things that they do. You know, I think it's very DIY, and I like the spirit of it.
Yeah, it's very creative. It's been a fun tour, and it's been fun watching you guys. So appreciate the time.
Thank you.
And we'll be out there still. We'll be
Right on.
We're the guys going like this while you're skating. While you're playing, we're the guys that are going up and down.
It's the metronome for us.
Yeah.
You get to watch.